All right, everyone. Today's Friday, April 3rd. We're going to be doing, again, some more Jiu-Jitsu aerobics to start, to warm up. The last couple of days we've done positions. Today I think we're going to work a little bit on some transitions after, because knowing the individual positions is very important, but you have to know how to smooth out moving from one position to the other. If you don't, people are going to be escaping your guard or your position very easily, because when you're on top, you want to control. That's the whole point of these positions. So if you don't control them well, people run away, and then you're left with nothing. You're left with an empty ground, an empty floor, an empty mat. All right. So besides that, I got a question from AB. He's one of our teens. He wants to know how to escape from north-south. So I will be showing that as well, the ways that I've used in the past. Hopefully that helps. And if anyone else has questions, please don't be shy. Send them via text, email, or you can send by video, or have your parents send them in if you don't have your own phone. All right. Here we go. So enjoy the warm-up, get your water, get your stretch on, and get ready to work. And we'll see you on the other side. Okay. Have fun. All right, so the first transition we're gonna do, and again, like these transitions are just examples, right? We worked on them in the Jiu-Jitsu aerobics today as one of the warm-ups, the first one we did. So it'll be going from side control to 100 kilos to south face. So you'll realize, oh, they're all kind of, you know, in the same place if you want to stay on the same side of the person. But again, you can make up your own transitions as long as you remember, take away the space. That's the most important thing. When you're attacking, you want to take the space away. When you're defending, you want to make space, right? You want to make space so you can have room to get something back. Maybe get your leg in, get your guard back, something like that, right? So right now we're working on our transition and we're trying to take this space away and stay tight and controlled, okay? All right, so here's one example. So if you're on the bottom, here, I'm gonna start in side control here. So these are my grips. Remember your leg's here, my other leg is back, right? This is the idea. So from here, I'm gonna go to 100 kilos. So I stay low, I stay on my elbow, my chest is on Lucas, and I'm gonna dig under his head over here, boom. And then I'm gonna go on my knees, here. I can grab the material here to stay tight, or sometimes I put my thumb in the collar, and then grab the legs, here. Okay, that's first transition. Another transition I can do is from here, I'll go to south face. So I let go of the head, over the arm, grab the belt. If he doesn't have a belt on, I'll grab the cord on the pants over here. Okay, or sometimes just the pants like this. Whatever you can have. The idea is to control the arm over here, right? And then I turn this way and I put my hand on the knee, right? Because I want to be ready to maybe pull the knee down, go to mount. Okay, so that's the idea. So I'm here, I'm gonna go back to 100 kilos from here. And back to side control. See, always controlled, very tight, very controlled. From here, same thing. You can go from here straight to south face, right? We're back to side control. Okay, so from this angle, so think of it, why would you're gonna ask me, why would I transition from one position to another? Well, maybe I'm controlling this position really well, and maybe I'm trying to go for submission, but nothing's working. So you know what? I'm gonna try a different position, see if maybe I can get him from that position. Because here, maybe Lucas is defending really well, okay? So that's one time where maybe you can transition. Another time, I could be holding a position and maybe Lucas is going really hard at trying to get his guard back. So maybe he's shrimping here and I have a hard time. So you know what? I'm gonna push into him and here, switch the other way, right? Something like that works really well. So you have to realize, the idea is when your position is not working for you anymore, change positions. But do it in a very tight and controlled way, right? So that's the idea, okay? So don't be so greedy, because this is what can happen sometimes, right? Watch. Over here. So people, when they're new, a lot of things can happen where they think, oh, I got a side control on Lucas. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm gonna hold it with everything I have. Maybe I'm gonna grab my hands together and stay super tight. But maybe Lucas is gonna start flipping me over, and as he's here, if I start squeezing more, just see, that's not good for me, right? That didn't work. Okay, I have to realize, oh, wait a second, this position doesn't work for me anymore. Don't try to just squeeze and hold him tighter. At that point, it's like, you have to realize, oh, wait a second, he's about to roll me over. Like, stick my hands out, stick my legs out, do something to stop him from rolling me over, right? So, you know, these things can happen kind of fast when you're starting jiu-jitsu, but think of it that way, right? The idea is don't be greedy. If a position doesn't work for you anymore, change positions. But at the same time, you gotta learn to get better and better at holding positions, right? So you gotta figure it out. It's up to you, right? Of course, if you have questions about this stuff, please ask me. I'd be happy to answer them. But at the same time, like, you gotta think, how come this is not working? Oh, maybe my hand has to go over here. Let me try this, let me try that. sometimes it's up to you to figure it out as well, all right? Okay, so good luck. Try that with your dummy. Sometimes if you have a training partner, try with them as well, or on your parents, all right? So give that a try. Let me know how it goes, okay? Good luck. All right, guys, we're back with another transition, another example of a transition. Remember, you can transition from one position to any other position. It's up to you sometimes to figure it out. I'm just giving you examples right now, okay? So here's one. I'm gonna start in 100 kilos. So you put your head this way. So we're over here like this, okay? So I'm here at 100 kilos. And I want to go from here, put your legs down so we can see. So I'm going to go from here to north-south, okay? And then from north-south, I'm going to go 100 kilos to the other side. So here, 100 kilos, nice and tight. I have the legs, I have the collar behind the head, okay? Now, I'm going to let go of the collar, this hand, over his head, under his arm, and grab the pants over here, or the belt, okay? If the belt is there, great. If not, grab the pants, okay? And then you're gonna start moving here, nice and low. And then this hand's gonna go under the arm and grab the belt or the pants on this side. And you bring your knees close to the shoulders and stay your head on his chest. All right, so nice and tight. Now from here, we're gonna do the same thing. Now we're gonna move from here to 100 kilos on the other side. So let go of this, okay? And I can start moving over. So I still hold this and I stay on my elbow, very important. I start moving over his arm. And now I'm gonna go here on my knees, grab the pants, grab behind the head, and bring my knees in, okay? So you see how I stayed low the whole time? So my body position changes first, and then I start changing one grip, then my body starts moving, and then I change the second grip. So for a lot of the transitions, that's a lot of how it goes. So you move one grip, move your body, then move the second grip. Not always, but usually that's how it goes, okay? Let's try from another angle. Put your head that way, or this way is fine, yeah. So here, move down this way a bit, a little bit more. There you go, thank you. All right, so I'm here, 100 kilos. Remember, his arm has to be trapped over here, so if he tries to roll away, up, nope, no can do, right? So good, here, oh, let go, over his head, under his arm, grab the belt or the pants. And then grab under the other arm on this side. See, very tight, very compact, very controlled. That's the idea, okay? And then on the other side, I'm gonna stretch this arm out, and then I'm gonna step over, and then come here with this hand grab under the legs. Bring my knees in tight, here, and then turn here. So we can see, grab under the head here, or here, okay? And then grabbing the legs on this side, and then my knees are in tight, okay? That's the idea, all right? So give that a try, see how it goes. If you're having trouble, send me the questions, all right? Good luck. All right, hey guys, I'm here today with Lucas again, and the first question that came in was from AB. He's asking for me to show him how to get out of north-south. Now, that's a tough one, right? Because they can really control you pretty well from that position. So you should really, the best thing to do is try to avoid letting someone get to that position as much as you can. Because when they're holding you tight, it can be very difficult to get out of there. but I'm gonna give you a couple of things that maybe you can try to use, okay? So this is what I've done in the past when I get stuck in that position. Right? So, a lot of times when I'm here, okay, a lot of it has to do with my arms. If I keep my arms here and I let them control me, turning one side or the other is gonna be difficult, right? So if both my arms are here, I'm gonna try to come in and stretch my arms out, and with one hand, I'm gonna try to come and grab inside his knee. Right in there, right? So when I do that, it kind of gives me an anchor to keep in the same place. So if I make sure he keeps his knee there, then maybe I can start moving. So I'm gonna grab inside the knee on the pants, and I'm gonna start moving. And I end up back in half guard, okay? Usually what happens, if I'm doing that kind of thing and I'm moving towards his leg, because remember, like getting your guard back, it's all you have to do is get one leg between your legs and you have half guard, you have something, right? Because remember, the guard is the legs. If one of his legs is inside my guard, or like, that means he's in my guard, in some kind of a guard, in this case half guard, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I want to go and catch one of his legs. So that's one basic way to try that. If you're in that position and you're trying to go to half guard, he moves. Usually when he moves, he gives me a bit of room to get out or move or escape, right? So watch. So when I'm here, I'm going to go in and grab his knee, start moving towards his leg. And he's probably going to start running away. He's going to go the other way when I'm doing that. Hold on. Okay, so when he does that, sometimes that's my chance to get out, right? So I'm going to start here, grab the knee, I start moving, he starts going on. So look, see, right here, there's a chance for me to turn. Here, and maybe, at the very least, I'm out from on the bottom because he gave me some room as he was moving. His transition wasn't super clean, so I had a chance to turn on my knees, like turtle as we call it, to get on my knees and get out of that situation. So that's a good time. So think of it this way. If you have, watch, look, the 5 fingers on my hand. Let's say, you know, if you want to go from this position to this position, okay, these are very strong, you know, places, but in between the fingers, there's a big hole here, right? This is the transition, right? So that's my chance sometimes to get out. When they have a very tight position, sometimes it can be hard. So I'm gonna do something to try to make him move. If he moves, he's in between here. He doesn't have the strongest position. So that's the time maybe I can use to bail out and get out and try to recover and maybe get on my knees and stuff like that, right? So that's a good opportunity. So that's an option, right? So one, bring the leg, go and get the leg on the inside of the knee, bring it into your half, or you bring your legs towards his leg, pull his leg towards you, so half and half, right? Get back to half guard. The other option is as you start to do that, whoop, he starts running away, but he sometimes gives you some room and you can turn and get on your knees and recover something like that, okay? Here's another option. Over here. Right? So I'm here like this, and ideally I want to try to get my hands on the inside. Here. Like this. Right? So even before, when he's coming to this position, I don't really want to have my hands here. It's not a great place. He has 2 hooks to control me with, right? So I want to try to keep my hands inside. If my hands are inside here, it's sometimes easier for me to turn like this and start going on my stomach, right? Because he's not holding onto my arms. So I'm here, here, and then sometimes I can push with my head. Push him over like this and get on top, right? So drive with my head. It's kind of like a double leg takedown, okay? So that's a good option as well. Here's the last option here, watch. So I got my hands over here. So watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna push him off a little bit, and then I'm gonna get my knees in. Here, like this, right? So my knees are inside, I'm holding on here, and watch this. I'm gonna send them that way. Do a somersault, okay? You see that? That's another option you can do, right? It won't always work, but you can try it. So out of all these options, you have like 4 different things you can try, okay? So check it out, again. So the one I use the most often is I come here, I'm gonna grab inside the knee, I push this, and I come here and I get the leg, and I go to half guard, right? And you try to finish with an underhook as well to get a strong half guard, okay? Next thing is I'm doing that same thing. I start going this way, he starts moving. When he's moving, okay, you can toss him over. Same thing if you turtle. But either way, you don't necessarily have to toss him over, but at least you're out of north-south, right? Then, next one is kind of the same thing, but you're not trying to go to half guard, is if your hands are here, right? So you're not holding yourself here. So what you don't want to do, you don't want to do this, because if you try to go anywhere, you're holding yourself there, right? It's like Homer Simpson when he had his hand stuck in the machine. If you watch The Simpsons, there was an old episode where Homer Simpson, he's tried to get a can from the machine. He put his hand on the machine and he's holding onto the can and he's saying his hand is stuck. But all he has to do is let go of the can and he can get his arm out, but he's still holding the can. So you gotta let go of the can, all right? Think of it that way. So I'm here, here, other way, other way. Here, okay? That's it. And then the last one, same thing with our hands underneath. Back up a little. All right, so I'm here. I push them off, I get my knees in, and boom. That kind of magic, right? So hopefully that can work for you. You gotta practice. You can toss Charlie around, see if it works. If not, try it on your dad, all right? Everybody else, same thing. Try the move, see if it works for you, or try the different moves, see which one you like best. For me, I like simple moves, right? So going to half guard is probably the easiest one for me, but that's my style. Everyone is different. They'll find different things that work for them. So you gotta find the one that you like the best, and then you gotta practice and practice and practice, all right? Good luck. We'll see you on the next technique.